There's a really great quote, I can't remember who said it, but writing means, you get to speak without being interrupted. So everything you want to put out is out there, and you can go back and you can change it. But I like a writer's capacity to present ideas in a way that isn't, one-sided. It's almost like a dialogue. And I think all art forms are like that, but there's a little more explicit dialogue in writing. I can't remember a time when I didn't have it. I think as soon as I was able to write, I did. And in grade 2, the Halton Board of Education yearly did this anthology of student writing, and I had a poem accepted for that. And I think that's sort of the first time that I recognized, maybe I could actually do this, that it wasn't just something I did for school, it was fun, but that was kind of it. So grade 2 on, I was scribbling and scratching constantly. So it's been, and I think like a lot of writers, it's a compulsion. I get a little cranky when I don't have a chance to write for a while. I find, my life gets a little off kilter, and then I think, oh, what am I going to fill in the gaps with? And then, you go and you do a blog post, or you get something else on paper, and you feel better. So it's part of my lifestyle. I think it was probably in high school as well. I took, a creative writing class, and I think I've always been better at shorter pieces. So I like poetry, I like short fiction. I didn't do a lot of children's writing until I was, a ways out of high school, but I think I like it for the same reason as well. There's an economy of words that's attractive, and that you don't have to plot an entire universe. It's not 1,000 pages of planning like you would for a novel. It's I'm going to have this little nugget, and I'm going to focus on an idea or a character, and after 20 pages, I'm done. So I think the shorter forms have always been a little easier for me. I don't tend towards long, complicated plots. I like character, I like themes, I like ideas, I like playing with metaphor, that sort of thing. So I'm more comfortable in a shorter format. I think I am a verbal person. I'm a linguistic person. My mother tells me when I was little I narrated everything. So she'd come across me playing, and I'd be talking about what was happening. I'm going to put on my shoes, and I'm going to do this. And I've noticed that with my own daughter as well, that everything, there's no inner monologue. It's just, there's this running commentary on life. So I think the way my brain is wired, it's very verbal. But I love, there's a really great quote, I can't remember who said it, but writing means, you get to speak without being interrupted. So everything you want to put out is out there, and you can go back and you can change it. But I like a writer's capacity to present ideas in a way that isn't, one-sided. It's almost like a dialogue. And I think all art forms are like that, but there's a little more explicit dialogue in writing. And I enjoy that. I consider it sort of a conversation, especially the stuff I do for children. It really is, here, what do you think of this idea? And then you imagine who's going to throw it back and what they're going to throw back at you. And well, here's an alternate idea to sort of counterpoint that. So I enjoy that there's a back and forth, a more explicit back and forth than there is in some other genres. There's a catharsis there, yeah, but I I really love and have always loved, I have a background in philosophy. I like dialogue. I like conversations with people. I like debates. And I really enjoy that about writing, that there's a back and forth there, both with yourself while you're writing and with your supposed audience, whoever's reading. I really enjoy that. My philosophy background comes out a lot in writing, so there's big questions. Just about everything I write poses a big question and encourages sort of, what do you think about this? In short fiction, I really enjoy sort of putting a magical realism element into it. I love playing with the metaphysical and ethical questions and that sort of thing. Yeah, I think I do a little bit of slice of life. There's a lot of satire in it. I hope they laugh. First of all, I hope they're amused. I'm a big fan of the idea that you can present very difficult, very complex ideas comedically, and people aren't quite as scared of them. So yeah, I hope they get a chuckle out of it. I hope they at least smile, and then I hope they go away from it thinking, well, I never thought of that way before. I never really considered that there was that angle to that idea. And I hope it just opens doors. I don't expect a particular reaction, but I hope they just go away going, I didn't know I could think about it that way.